We have a 4-hour and 2-minute drive to my buddies in Glendale. My buddy Jason lives in Glendale, and we're going from Glendale to Williams tomorrow. And then we are going to be off-roading from Williams to the South Rim and some side-by-sides. There's 3 side-by-sides going, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic. It's like a 100-mile round trip, 120-mile round trip tomorrow. So I cannot wait to show you guys. This is the start. We are headed out. Well, 5:30 in the morning. We're getting everything packed, and we are heading out to go off-roading to the Grand Canyon. We got the 3 side-by-sides rolling. What's going on, bro? Michael. Ethan, nice to meet you, bro. Hell yeah, I'm super stoked. Hi there. Ethan, so nice to meet you, Kayla. That's awesome. These things are gonna be so fun today. What kind of fun piece do you guys have? This thing's cool. We set out from Williams, Arizona, early in the morning with that kind of excitement you can only get when you're headed out for the edge of the Grand Canyon. Our rides? Side-by-sides. Think of them as a love child between an ATV and a Jeep. Rugged off-road vehicles with roll cages, bucket seats, and enough suspension to travel and make the roughest terrain feel like a playground. This wasn't just a quick trail run. We planned a full 125-mile journey, 62 miles out, all the way to the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and then the same round back. Once we left Williams, Arizona, the adventure kicked off. Tall ponderosa forests lined the road, the air cool and crisp, almost like a mountain retreat. But mile by mile, the landscape began to change. The trees thin out, giving way to wide open desert plains where red dirt trails stretch as far as the eye can see. Sagebrush and juniper scatter the horizon, and the ground shifts from hard-packed earth to soft sand that begs you to kick up some dust. And boy, did it. Every mile feels like stepping into a new world. One moment you're winding through shaded forest roads, the next you're bouncing across rocky washes and carving tracks through wide, flat meadows. Somewhere along the trail, we pulled off for a quick break, just long enough to stretch our legs, grab some water, and swap a few stories. The kind of stories that only make sense when you're covered in dirt, laughing with friends in the middle of nowhere. 10 minutes later, the helmets were back on, engines fired up, and the trail was calling again. Just a pause in the adventure before diving right back in. By the middle of the ride, we found our rhythm. 4 side-by-sides stretched out in the dusty convoy, engines humming in sync, radios popping off. The landscape kept changing. 1 minute winding forest roads, the next the pines. An open stretch of desert where the horizon seemed endless. We weren't in a rush. Sometimes we just cruise, helmets tipped back, taking in the views. Other times someone would goose the throttle, kicking up clouds that swallowed everyone behind them, sparking up another round of jokes. It was that sweet spot of the trip, already deep into the adventure, but with the best still ahead. Just friends, machines, and miles of Arizona trail unfolding under the wheels. On the way up to the south rim, we stopped in Tucson to refuel both the machines and ourselves. Just down the road from the Grand Canyon was a little spot called We Cook Pizza and Pasta. Nothing super fancy, just really good hometown pizza that hit the spot after a long, dusty ride. We grabbed a few slices, laughed about the morning bumps and turns, and headed back on the trail. Every few miles feels like stepping into a new world. One moment you're winding through shaded forest roads, the next you're bouncing across rocky washes or carving tracks through wide, flat meadows. And just when you think you've seen it all, the road climbs higher, the air gets thinner, and the views get bigger. Suddenly, the horizon opens, revealing the south rim of the Grand Canyon. After 62 miles of wild Arizona backcountry, nothing prepares you for that first look into the canyon. It's pure magic. The Grand Canyon, a masterpiece carved by time itself, over a mile deep, up to 18 miles wide and stretching for 277 miles. It's one of the most breathtaking landscapes on Earth. Layers of rock tell stories billions of years old, while the Colorado River still carves its way through the canyon floors today. Standing on the rim, you won't just see a view, you feel history, scale, and the reminder of how small we are in the force of nature's power. Every road trip comes with surprises, and ours was no different. About halfway down the trail, one of the side-by-sides we thought snapped a tie rod, one of the pieces that keeps the front tire steering together. Suddenly, the machine was crab walking down the dirt road. A few tools and a couple seconds later, and we found out it was just a threading issue. We were able to thread it back on and keep rolling down our adventure. The ride back was a whole different kind of adventure. We weren't just retracing our tracks, we were racing the clock. The sun was sinking low, painting the skies with reds and golds, and we were chasing the light all the way back to Williams. The trail wound back through the same mix of forest and desert, but somehow it felt brand new. We crossed 6 gates, each one marking the line between public land and legally passable private ranch land. It added this wild, almost outlaw-like vibe, like we were cutting through secret back roads carved into Arizona's backbone. By the time the last stretch of forest closed in on us, twilight had taken over. Headlights clicked in, beams slicing through the trees as the convoy blasted forward. Every shadow looked alive. Every turn felt like something could leap out of the dark. Elk, deer, maybe even something bigger. The machines howled, dirt swirled in the beams, laughter still crackled over the radio as we pushed through the fading light. Rolling back to where we parked, dusty, tired, headlights glowing, it felt like the perfect ending. A wild ride, and even wild rider back. The sunset we'll never forget.
We made it back at night. I think we were out there for like 12 hours-ish. I think we left somewhere around 8, 9, no, 9, yeah, 10-ish maybe. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're back, it's awesome. I have so much cool shit to share. That was like one of the best days of my life. That was fucking amazing. And got some new friends and it was awesome. So we're heading back home now. Later.